are the different options for the kids. Okay, so I'll tell you, most of us, if you have not done it, please make sure, one is that you make your saving banks for the kids name. Okay, I'm telling as a personal experience, when I used to invest and I'll say, okay, this is kid's name and all, and suddenly we require some money, no, we'll redeem it because anyway it's in our name and even the nominees are kids. So when I'll ask Anil that, okay, we have invested this in the kid's name and we invest, then he will have a generic gyan session. No, our money is their money and all things. So I started feeling internally guilty. No, no, this money is supposed to be given for the kids. So what I have realized, and I've been doing from the much earlier time, taken our kids' names, both the saving accounts, and whatever I wanted to invest in SIP, I move it's like a standing instruction I have given from my account to their account and do SIP. So what made it very clear here is, any point of a time, because the investor name is a kid's name, we never redeem from there. Whenever even we do a sometimes booking or something, we'll make sure that don't do it. So this is the one option I want you all to have it, because this gave me a very peace of mind. I remembered in 2015 time, me and Anil was going alone, and that time I still remember, we never go alone without a kid. So that time was the first time we went, and middle of the year I told him, if something happens to both of us, and what will happen. So after coming, we wrote a will, but which made me very clear was, I said that at least both the kids education money is there, so whoever get adopted, their kids will not have a problem because the kids education cost is being taken care of. And that is the one thing which I made me very peaceful as a mother. So it is easier instead of writing a nominee, because when you see the portfolio, the nominee name doesn't come most of the time. So when we do profit booking or when we need an emergency money, we redeem it because we don't see the nominee. So it's easier to invest in investment in the kid's name itself. Okay. So what are the different ways you can do investments in the kid's name? I always believe, and I have done for both our kids, is 30% will be always on the safest options and 70% is the growth option. Growth options are where you are investing for, of course, they are starting, we will have a longer term. So look for an SIP. SIP can be any funds. And there are funds in mutual fund called child gift funds. It is all-time favorite of mine because my highest SIP for both the kids goes in that funds. Okay, this is the balanced fund, and it has been doing amazingly. I think so for both the kids are getting even 18% being a balanced fund because it's a lock-in fund. The only negative part in child gift funds are two things, which sometimes people don't take it. I have taken maybe a risk, or I can say I'm sure of my kids. The amount of this money will go to the kids account when they are 18. So these funds are locked in till the kids are 18. So for my mind, it is so good because we will never able to remove this money because it's in kids' name, kids' education things, and it will be coming only when it is 18. So that is the only one negative part in these funds are they do performing well. The beta is low. Beta means risk is low because they put only 70% in equity and 30% debt and still giving higher returns than a large cap funds because they are locked in. But that money will go to the kids' accounts because they become a major, and this is the only things which I feel it is negative because somebody has been telling me, Rachna, in that point of a time, how is their friend circle, how he will use this money, he will give me for paying the fees or not. These can be possible, but I personally feel if we are using that money for their own fees, they better do it, otherwise they will only not go. So that's the way I look at, and I feel our kids should at least trust their parents that much. But it's a very good funds for mutual funds on a child gift fund. If you don't want, that's fair enough. Do a normal SIP in your name with a hybrid funds, and which will also look at, but you have to make sure you are mapped for the kids education so you don't redeem for the emergency ways. Second, and things is very important which we have done. I remembered before I came from a hospital to home only, we got it insurance because my mom-in-law was insurance agent that time, and Why that is good, even if you're taking a ULIP or a traditional, because there is a waiver of premium. There's a clause only for the child gift insurance comes, that if something happened to the parents who is paying the premium, and if the something by unfortunate happens to the parent, the policy will continue till 18 years and give the full amount, but they don't have to pay the premium. So waiver of premium is little costlier than normal insurance, but that will give a peace of mind. PPF also we can open in kids' name, but as in a PPF, it is a clause that maximum as on today you can save only 1.5. So for example, if I am opening a PPF for my kids, so my kids together, I can go only till 1.5. Most of the people don't know, so they may get a notice also sometimes. For a girl child, there is a Sukanya Samriddhi, which is the same as PPF, where you will be able to get the ATC benefit. Last but not the least, as I told you, a lot of people started investing in ETFs of NASDAQ and US based international funds because they have the dollar domination, where the variations are not so much. So when we are doing an investment or we are doing a loan, I can say education loan, what are the tax benefits you get? So education loan, if it is whatever is the interest, it comes under tax benefit or ADE. Okay. Second thing is whatever tuition fees you are paying for a college or a school, it comes under ATC. The minor kids, you have to club. This is another question people ask, Rachna, I have even forget it anybody. I only invest in my kids' names. So whatever interest or capital gain comes, it added to my capital gain. So minor kids, all the taxations are clubbed with the parents who is funding their investments. Next, which is, as I told you, one of the, like if you have done the traditional plan or insurance in the kids plans I am talking about, you can claim under ATC, of course, but whatever money you get it across, it is tax free under 1010D. So these are the tax benefit on the kids education or kids investments you are doing for their name.
Today, Mr. Anil Rigo is one of the most well-known financial advisors in the country.
Anil Rigo, CEO and founder of Right Horizons.
And getting Anil Rigo, founder and CEO of Right Horizons, who joins us right
From
now.
a Bangalore studio, Anil Rigo, CEO, founder, Right Horizons.